Fox News. Breaking news.
What if I told you that Jeffrey Epstein's prison guard made a mysterious $5,000 cash deposit just 10 days before his death, and then Googled his name minutes before his body was supposedly found? Because that's exactly what newly released Department of Justice documents reveal. Now Chairman James Comer is demanding answers under oath. This is not conspiracy theory territory anymore, my friends. This is documented evidence that the FBI had in their possession, evidence they apparently never bothered to investigate. Well, tonight, we're pulling back the curtain on what could be one of the biggest cover-ups in American history. Did Epstein really Epstein himself? And I'm going to tell you why this matters to every single one of you watching right now. See, Epstein wasn't just some wealthy criminal. He was connected to some of the most powerful people on the planet. I'm talking presidents, princes, billionaires, Hollywood elites. His client list reads like a who's who of the global establishment. And when he died in that federal prison cell, the secrets that he could have exposed, they all died with him. Or did they? Because if his death wasn't what they claim it was, if there was in fact foul play, that means somebody with enormous power and reach orchestrated the silencing of one of the most dangerous witnesses in modern American history. That means the same people who traffic children, who abuse the innocent, who operate above the law, it means they're still out there, that they're still protected, and they've been walking free for over 5 years while the American people were fed a convenient lie. And guess what? Chairman James Comer now says that most committee members aren't even 100% confident that Epstein died the way that they claim. Think about that. Members of Congress don't even believe the official story. And speaking of powerful forces operating in the shadows, there's another national security story that's developing right now that the mainstream media is completely ignoring. We've been tracking it for months, right out of Washington. Nobody wants you to see this, but as Iran destabilizes the Middle East, the federal government just made a move that could reshape America's security posture for generations. And here's the truth. Our nuclear subs, our warheads, our next-gen power grid, all of it depends on uranium. And we import almost every single pound of it. Now, it's not about energy independence. This is about survival. Because a nation that can't power its own military does not control its own destiny. And that's why smart investors are looking at domestic uranium plays right now. There's one company positioning itself at the center of this strategic shift. It's Atomic Minerals, trading as ATMMF in the United States and ATOM in Canada. Now, do your own research. There is a briefing that has been prepared for you. It's only for Next News viewers. It's linked below. But this is a space you need to understand because America's security depends on it. Now let's get back to this Epstein bombshell because the evidence, it just keeps getting worse. This is what really gets me about the story. Prison guard Tova Noel wasn't just sleeping on the job and shopping for furniture online when she was supposed to be watching the most high-profile prisoner in America. No, the DOJ documents show she Googled latest on Epstein in jail at 5:42 a.m. Then again, at 5:52 a.m. Less than 40 minutes later, Epstein was found dead. Now, why would you Google an inmate you're supposed to be watching unless you knew something was about to happen? And that $5,000 suspicious activity report? The DOJ never even asked her about it. So the news is coming in. We've got it all sorted out for you. A prison guard for Jeffrey, this is crazy. A prison guard for Jeffrey Epstein Googled him just minutes before he was found deceased, made a mysterious $5,000 cash deposit 10 days before his death, according to the New York Post. Tova Noel, previously accused of falsifying records. And who can ever forget this video? We've seen it so many times, of course, missing minutes suddenly show up, edit points, the whole thing stinks. And this $5,000 cash deposit, what was it for? Was it to look the other way? To fall asleep on the job? The questions only mount up. Mysterious deposit, then Googled Epstein. But why search for him, right? Right before his death? Googled Epstein minutes before his body was discovered. And just when he thought it couldn't get more suspicious, Turn of events, Comer seeking testimony from prison guard on duty the night Epstein died in jail. Oh, yeah. Think about what that means. See, we just saw Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton get dragged in front of Comer's committee. You think a prison guard is going to be able to come up against that? Bill and Hillary, they fought tooth and nail to avoid that testimony. I think calling up a prison guard is going to be a cakewalk for them. He's demanding answers, wants Miss Noel under oath to uncover the hidden truth. Could this $5,000 deposit hint at something deeper? I'm sure it does. Comer calls for Epstein prison guard to testify under oath. Oh, and yes, he appeared with Jesse Waters to break the news.
Well, the recent media reports, what you just said, is very concerning, especially the suspicious activity report on a $5,000 mysterious deposit that she had. And the reason that stands out to me, Jesse, is because very seldom are suspicious activity reports even reported for sums less than $10,000. So that's a mystery there, and that's something that, according to the DOJ documents, they never looked into, never asked her about. So because of this, because of the media reports, and because of the fact that, honestly, most people on the committee aren't confident 100% that Epstein's death was by suicide, we're going to ask Miss Noel to come in for a transcribed interview. Again, no one's accusing her of any wrongdoing, but we have a lot of questions about Epstein, questions about who else was involved in abusing girls. Why did the government not do a better job of investigating and prosecuting Epstein when they had a chance years before they finally convicted him? Was Epstein a spy? Was our government involved in any way, shape, or form in trying to destroy evidence or hide evidence from any of those four properties? And now, was Epstein's death a suicide, as the government has reported, or was there some other mysterious factor involved in his death? So, again, no one's accusing this prison guard of any wrongdoing, but I will announce tonight on your show, we are going to ask her to come in and sit for an interview because we have a lot of questions.
I'm sure she got forwarded that clip real quick. Epstein guard Googled him minutes before his demise. So, Comer wants answers now. And I'm going to tell you what this really means. You see, the federal government had a man in custody who could have exposed an international child trafficking ring involving some of the most powerful people alive. The cameras conveniently malfunctioned. The guards conveniently fell asleep. And now we find out that one of those guards made a suspicious cash deposit and was searching for news about Epstein minutes before he died. It wasn't incompetence. This was coordination. Chairman Comer is finally doing what the DOJ refused to do, asking the hard questions. Was Epstein a spy? Was the government involved in destroying evidence? Was his death actually what they claim it was, or something far more sinister? You see, the establishment protected these people for decades, but the truth always has a way of coming out. So, Patriots, this is exactly why we do what we do here at the Next News Network. The mainstream media wants this story buried. They want you to forget about Epstein, forget about his clients, forget about the victims. But no, we won't let that happen. Chairman Comer is bringing the guard in for a transcribed interview, and we're going to cover every single development. Now, I need you to share this right now. Get this out to everybody you know. The more eyes on this story, the harder it becomes for them to sweep it under the rug. And if you haven't done so, you need to text raw feed to that number right there on the screen. Take a look, 844-840-4963. That is how you get on our exclusive insider access list. When the algorithms fail you, when the notifications fail you, when you're desperately looking for the Next News content on YouTube and you just can't seem to find it, I will give it to you personally, directly from me to your phone. So make sure you text raw feed to 844-840-4963. Now drop a comment below. Do you believe that Jeffrey Epstein did what they claim he did to himself? Yes or no? Let's see where America really stands on this. And while you're at it, check out the Next News merch shop. A little shelf below this video. pick out some gear, and show your support for independent journalism that actually tells you the truth. I'm Gary Franchi. As always, stay informed and stay free.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now.